As a trans woman, it was a bit of confusion in terms of employment. People was like, who's this person? So I have to go back and give him the whole story. This is who I was once and who I am now.
I was trying to access dental care. They asked for my insurance cards and everything, and when I gave it to them, the receptionist was really confused, and then she had to call her supervisor to figure it out, and then the supervisor was confused. Now everybody in there knows that I'm trans.
I had to make a decision every day in between going to school or being trans, to look for a job or being trans. Everything was a choice. I could not do both things at once.
Before being able to change my name and change my gender marker, I would have to have a lot of uncomfortable conversations.
I went to change my driver's license, and it was a guy that was at the counter, and he gave me such a hard time because I looked like this, and then this was this name, and he was being sarcastic and he was being funny.
I knew that I didn't want to go through that kind of humiliation ever again.
The name change for a person who just got married is usually simply checking a box, putting in your name. When a transgendered person wants to change their name, they actually have to go through a stepwise process that involves a court hearing.
The legal process, I had no idea how to go through it. It was super complicated.
I'd done the research and it just seemed pretty overwhelming.
Just knowing that I had to be in front of a judge was very intimidating.
Clients who are sent away by a judge to find the documentation necessary, like birth certificates or criminal histories, may not be able to afford or find those documents. They might get discouraged and not come back.
I mentioned it to a trans man, and he told me about the Transgender Legal Defense and Education Fund, and he's saying that they will help you change your name and get connected with the lawyers.
I remember I was really nervous to make the first call to Transgender Legal Defense Name Change Project because I didn't really know what to expect.
Once I met them, they were very welcoming and really open and took care of most of the process and then helped me match with my lawyer.
When I met my lawyer for the very first time, he was very down to earth, very well knowledge of what he was doing, forthcoming with everything.
My lawyers were there with me the whole time. There was 2 of them, so I felt completely, taken care of. They were really supportive.
I knew that if anything was to happen, that they would have my back.
He never let me feel like I was an outcast.
The typical time frame for name change will vary a little bit depending on the complexity. We are able to deal with any issues that might arise and ensure that their name change occurs smoothly.
All of this to me was shockingly amazing, because when you don't expect that kind of treatment and you get it, it's a magical moment.
When I finally received the papers, I looked at that name in the past, and then I looked at the new name and what it represented as far as the future.
When I got my ID with my name, it was awesome.
I could finally start to be my authentic self. It was just a surreal experience.
I feel like a big burden has been lifted off with me.
With something that takes so little of my time to change somebody's life, it's a great feeling.
You can take a small step and have a big impact and immediately see the effect that your work has had on a person.
A name holds so much power. As I get the mail and it says Mrs. Cricket Nimmons, and it makes me feel I have accomplished a major goal in my life.
Part of changing my name was feeling that empowerment of being who you are and having the right to be.
I've never expected to feel so whole as a person. It's a lot to take in.
After my name change, I felt like I was free to travel and also get my teeth cleaned. My name is Mike.
My name is Naz.
My name is Cricket Nimmons.
My name is Cecilia Gentili.
Ali is my past and Athena is my future.